It's 6 minutes into the hour 12, and this is Bena Midday News coming to you live from Banab House, Atomic Junction, Medina. My name is Sherifat Wayuba. Coming up in this afternoon's bulletin. Five arrested in Naimos crackdown on Brim River. And in some news beyond our borders, Ivory Coast ruling party tightens grip on Parliament. This and many more coming up shortly. Thank you for staying with us. Remember, this news is live on Facebook at Bena TV. Now the news in details. In a targeted operation against illegal mining, the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operation Secretariat, NIMOS, conducted a series of raids on Monday, December 29. The action focused on illicit mining sites in the Achem Oda area within the Brim Central Municipality.
The operation resulted in the arrest of 5 Chinese nationals who were allegedly engaged in unauthorized mining and washing activities directly into the Birim River. During the raids, the task force mobilized 2 excavators found operational at the site. Authorities also seized a Toyota Hilux pickup and a Toyota Land Cruiser believed to be used by the arrested individuals. To dismantle the illegal mining infrastructure, the team destroyed several makeshift structures erected along the riverbank. This demolition included water pumping machines and other mining equipment found on site. This operation is part of NIMOS's ongoing festive season crackdown, which aims to protect Ghana's major water bodies from further pollution and environmental degradation caused by illegal mining activities.
The Ministry of Energy and Green Transition has responded to concerns raised by the Public Utilities Workers Union (PWU) over the selection of a transaction advisor for the private sector participation in the Electricity Company of Ghana.
In a statement, the ministry said Cabinet approved private sector participation in ECG in April 2025 as part of reforms to improve revenue collection, service delivery, and reduce technical and commercial losses. While noting recent performance gains, the ministry said ECG still faces operational and financial challenges that could affect its sustainability and the power sector if not addressed. The ministry stressed that ECG is not for sale. The PSP framework is not a divestiture but involves limited private sector expertise through concession arrangements to improve specific operations. It added that appointing a transaction advisor is a technical step only and does not amount to selling ECG, while assuring continued engagement with PUWU and protection of workers' interests.
Away from that, the Member of Parliament for Manson Kwanta Chenebua Kodia Fokuo has criticized the response by the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Gold Board, Sammy Gyamfi, to reports of a $214 million loss under the Gold for Reserve program, describing it as unfortunate. His comments follow Mr. Gyamfi's initial reaction to claims by the minority in Parliament concerning the Bank of Ghana's Gold for Reserve initiatives.
Earlier, the minority called for a bipartisan parliamentary inquiries into the reported losses, demanding full disclosure of procurement processes, fees and pricing formulas used by Gold Board and the Bank of Ghana in their gold purchase programs. Mr. Gyamfi has said he will issue a detailed response to the IMF report and related concerns from January 5, 2026. He noted that audited losses under the Gold for Oil and Gold for Reserves programs in 2023 and 2024 amounted to about 7 billion cedis, while the unaudited 2025 figure of 2.3 billion cedis, equivalent to $214 million, represents a reduction compared to previous years. He also cited positive economic indicators, including sustained declines in inflation from 23.8% to 6.3% and a cedi appreciation of more than 35% against the US dollar as evidence of improving economic management. However, speaking on Channel 1 Newsroom on Monday, December 29th, Mr. Fokuo faulted the Gold Board CEO for comparing the losses to those of previous administrations instead of directly addressing the seriousness and scale of the reported loss.
Well, on this note, we go for a quick break. We'll be back with some more.
Again, it's bigger and better. Brace yourselves for the third edition of the biggest pre-Ramadan fair in town. It's the Baina Trade Connect 2026. 2 days of endless sales and unmatched vibes. Mark your calendars on the 14th and 15th February 2026 at Zurak Park, Libya Cortez, Medina from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. Come trade, come connect, come shop and have fun. To book a stand, contact 053-948-7757. Baina Trade Connect 2026. See you there.
Welcome back. You're still watching Baina Midday News on Baina TV. Now, moving on to other stories, the majority caucus in Parliament has rejected claims by the minority that the Ghana Gold Board has suffered a $214 million loss in gold trading under the Gold for Reserve program. According to the majority, the amount in question represents transactional and insurance costs incurred by Gold Board in its gold trading operations for 2025 and not a financial loss.
The Majority Caucus explained that both the Governor of the Bank of Ghana and the Chief Executive of the Gold Board are statutorily required to present their accounts to Parliament between January and March 2026. Chairman of Parliament's Economic and Development Committee, Eric Afu, said it is premature to describe the figure as a loss since Gold Board's financial statements have not yet been presented to Parliament. He accused the minority, particularly the New Patriotic Party, of rushing to make claims without waiting for the end of the financial year, describing the allegations as misleading and politically motivated. Mr. Afu, the Member of Parliament for Amenfi West, insisted that the amount cited is a transactional cost and not a loss, adding that such costs can be reviewed and managed once full are submitted. He further described the minority's claims as propaganda aimed at undermining Ghana's recent economic gains and reminded Parliament of the high level of national debt accumulated during the NPP administration between 2017 and 2024.
And in some international stories, Ivory Coast ruling party has strengthened its control over parliament, winning nearly 3/4 of seats in election held on Saturday, according to final results from the Independent Electoral Commission.
The Rally of Parties for Democracy and Peace, RHDP, secured 197 of 255 seats, about 77%, expanding its majority just 2 months after President Alassane Ouattara won a controversial fourth term. Voter turnout remained low at roughly 35%, continuing a trend of declining participation. The RHDP swept its traditional northern strongholds and also made inroads in southern and western regions historically held by the opposition. Election authorities reported that voting was largely peaceful, with only isolated incidents that did not affect the overall outcome. The opposition faced significant setbacks. The Democratic Party of Ivory Coast, PDCI, saw its representation cut by half, while the party of former President Laurent Gbagbo, which called for a boycott, lost all its seats. With these results, President Ouattara now controls most key institutions, a development supporters say reinforces stability, but critics warn it narrows political space and weakens democratic oversight.
Now in sports, British boxing star and two-time former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua is recovering in a hospital after being involved in a fatal car crash in Nigeria that claimed the lives of 2 close associates. The accident happened on Monday morning alongside a busy Lagos-Ibadan expressway, a major route linking Nigeria's commercial capital Lagos to neighboring Ogun State.